Do you have issues styling and maintaining your curly hair? You're not sure what style to do, what products to use, or how to get your hair cut? In this video, we're going to go through everything that could help you style your curly hair. From washing, conditioning, proper styling techniques and products to use, and how to keep those curly locks nice and healthy. But first, I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button and then hit the like button, and we'll get right into it. So first I want to discuss shampoos and conditioners. This is one of the most overlooked things by men, and they do not understand the importance of properly washing your hair. First off, you don't want to shampoo your hair every single day. You want to leave some of the natural oils in your hair, and if you're shampooing it every day, you're constantly taking them out, and this could actually damage your hair more than you think. And when you're using a shampoo, you want to make sure that directly after you're using a conditioner. You have to remember that when washing your hair, shampoo is focused on washing the scalp and conditioner is for moisturizing the hair. And when you don't properly shampoo and condition your hair, you could have issues later down the road. First, I would start with a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. I would recommend finding one that is a little bit more specified for curly hair. Not all shampoos and conditioners are exactly the same. As I said before, you don't want to shampoo your hair every single day, but you also want to make sure that you're not skipping out on it. It's going to depend on the type of hair that you have, but if you have curly hair, you can shampoo and condition your hair probably 2 to 3 times a week and be perfectly safe. I would highly recommend that for folks with curly hair that you use a leave-in conditioner and hair oil. These two products are going to keep your hair properly moisturized, and it's actually going to reduce the risk of frizz as well too. Now with curly hair, you don't always have to take a blow dryer to it. You can apply these products to damp hair and just let it naturally dry over time. But if you do want to blow dry it, I highly recommend that you find a blow dryer with a diffuser on it. These diffusers are meant to dry curlier hair. If you use a blow dryer the standard way, you're going to be pulling the hair and pulling the curls out, and your hair's not going to be as curly when you're finished. Now when you're detangling and combing out your curly hair, you want to make sure that you're doing it the proper way. So what I would recommend is, if you have curly hair, it's most likely very thick, so I would recommend that you get a wide tooth comb or a wide brush. You want to start at the ends and then work your way up to your scalp. Once you've gotten through all your hair with a wide tooth comb, then you can go in with a bristled brush and really comb it out well. Keep in mind too that if you're brushing your hair from the scalp all the way down to the bottom, by the time you get about halfway through, you're going to form a bunch of knots and they're going to be very difficult to get out. This is why I stress to you to always start at the base. For example, my hair is very long, so when I start brushing, I start right at the ends and then I slowly work my way up as well too. And this decreases the chance of me forming knots in my hair. Now as far as styling products, as I stated in the beginning of the video, these clays and pomades that you guys see are not really meant for curly hair. You could maybe get away with using them if your hair is really short, but if you have medium to long length curls, these products will not work for you. What I would focus more on is a curl cream, a styling gel, or maybe a mousse. I would apply these to damp hair, and then I would start by rubbing it into the roots and then all the way down to the base of the hair. I want to show you guys a few different styles that you could incorporate if you have curly hair. First, I want to start with a very long curly hair. So sometimes what you'll see is people will tie their hair back into a ponytail. Sometimes if they're not feeling that, they can just let it fall down low. Some people let it hang down to the sides where it's kind of hanging over their shoulders and down to their back. Or you can go for the high bun as well, where you put the bun on top of your head instead of all the way back. This just depends on how long your hair is and what you're comfortable with doing. Now for those folks that don't have the long curly hair like hanging over your shoulders, maybe it's a little bit tighter, slightly over your ears or even above your ears, you may not have the luxury of being able to just tie your hair back and get it out of your way. So what I would recommend for this length of curly hair is to find a curl cream, just apply it to your hair while damp, and you can either let it air dry or use a diffuser. Most of my clients will just use a curl cream and they let it air dry. And we also have the undercut with curly hair. So what's really popular nowadays is people will grow their hair really long and tie it back in a bun, and they'll get the sideburns faded out and then they get a nice sharp edge up. So what you'll see is a little fade on the sideburns, and then right at the top they have a nice square hairline. Another popular style that I see is when the top is just up in a bun and they shave the sides down as well too. This style is much easier to maintain because you don't have to worry about taming your curls on the side of your head, more just on the top. The trade-off with this haircut is if you don't get the sides cut too often, it is not gonna look as clean as if you had a sharp fade. So you have to be more consistent with this style if you plan on rocking this with your curls. For the last part of our video, I want to discuss trimming your hair. Now a lot of gentlemen that have curly hair don't really like to get it cut too short or cut too often, and they just let it grow. Now this is fine, but I want to stress to you that you should be getting your ends trimmed, probably about every 3 to 4 months. What'll happen after a few months is the hair will start to split and break, and this could cause your hair to look dead and very frizzy and unhealthy. So when you go visit your barber or hairstylist, you could have just a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch cut off, and you probably won't even notice it. Managing curly hair can be a little bit stressful, but hopefully with this video you now have a better idea as to what style you can do and what products you can incorporate and how to properly maintain your hair and keep it nice and healthy. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to tip your stylist.